The recent brutal death of baby Roo in Lower Hutt has brought an outpouring of grief, and along with it anger and frustration that no one has swiftly been held accountable. He seems to be another name in the shameful roll call of children killed in Aotearoa. Atreyu Taylor-Matene died from head injuries just days after his first birthday in July 2013. He was in the care of his teenage mother and her new boyfriend. 10 years on, no one has been charged over his death, despite what police describe as an active investigation. The Matene family wants answers, and they shared their story with our reporter, Ruani Pereira.
Your memory is my keepsake, with which I will never part. God has you in his keeping. I have you in my heart.
For more than a decade, Atreyu Taylor-Matene's father, Joshua, and his grandparents have been living in limbo.
We're still Māngai, we're still hurting.
It's like leaving us in a loop. Like we're stuck, and I don't know if they don't care, but we want some closure.
This year he'll be 10. I would have loved to have seen how he grew up.
Atreyu died after traumatic head injuries while he was in the care of his mother and her new boyfriend, just 4 days after his first birthday. No charges for Atreyu's death have ever been laid.
Why did this have to happen, you know? All these questions.
So many questions, anger, despair.
But it's frustrating that we're not getting answers from the police.
Atreyu's parents were married overlooking Totoro Urupa, where their 1-year-old son is now laid to rest.
So you asked to marry Josh and his partner?
Yeah.
Who was pregnant with Atreyu at the time?
That's right, yes. That's where it all began in terms of my relationship with young Atreyu.
Pastor Mike Shaw says the toddler's young parents were forced to grow up fast.
They were teenagers and deeply in love and positive about their future and wanting to lay a foundation down together, and build a family together.
But the realities of parenthood shattered those dreams, and Joshua Matene and Jessica Taylor's marriage would soon be put to the test.
That's when we looked after baby, just sort of be there for them as well, because they were tired from working long hours and they just get home and sleep.
It was clear to the couple that their son and his wife were in over their head.
I would come home from work and baby hasn't been fed or not himself, and so I'd step in, feed him, give him a bath.
Financial pressures put a strain on the couple's relationship, and after she left Joshua, Atreyu's mother went to live with the Shaw family.
Child, Youth and Family, or one of the social agencies, contacted us and said, you know, could we take her in as a boarder? And we were happy to do that.
What kind of mum was she like?
She's a great mum, but we could also see that, yeah, she was very young, very, very immature, and needed that support.
That's when we went to go and see some lawyers and ask about shared custody.
Des and Sharon had their concerns for Atreyu and wanted him in their care.
For such a young baby, the files and paperwork on Atreyu's well-being are vast, assessment after assessment, defining him as a vulnerable young child, caught in the middle of his parents' turbulent marriage. But Desmond and Sharon have never been given any reasons as to why their custody application was turned down.
If we had got custody, we wouldn't have shut the mum out. Atreyu would still be their baby. We wanted to protect him from anything.
Atreyu's mother was given full custody, and she moved with him to Whangarei to live with her new boyfriend. But the Matene whānau were able to visit him there.
Before the lawyers, I says, what about if I run away with Atreyu? take him away. That's what I wanted to do, but couldn't. Try to do things the right way. We went through with lawyers and it was too late.
The day he died, I rang the lawyers. I said, "Oh no, we don't have to rush now. Baby's dead."
Des and Sharon will never forget the last time they saw their first grandchild alive.
Put him in the baby seat, and he'd hug me and just hold me, wouldn't let me go. So I feel I didn't protect him. I just blame myself.
Do you think if the grandparents had custody of their moko, Atreyu would still be here?
Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind that if he had been with them, he would have been safe and still alive today.
Atreyu was medevaced here to Auckland Starship Children's Hospital. His whānau was still on their way, driving down from Kaikohe when they got the call that nothing more could be done for him and that Atreyu's life support had been switched off. His father and grandparents unable to say their final goodbyes.
We asked if they could wait till we got there, but no, they just did it anyway, so we were just lost. Even now, it's still hard.
That's not what any father would want, you know? It's devastating. He liked the music as well, the guitar. And he would like nod his head when I played the guitar.
Joshua is now 30 and has spent the past 4 years in Australia. He's come back home and living with his parents in Kaikohe.
The mistakes that I've made in my marriage, I have reflected on and seen what I could have improved on and things like that.
He's just got a job, ready to rebuild his life and reconnect to the 2 daughters he's had since his son's death.
Coming back home and being with the family again has been really, 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 really important.
Teach me all that I must do.
But it's hard for Des and Sharon to think of the future while Atreyu's death remains unsolved.
Police say they now have strong clues as to how Atreyu died.
At one stage, 25 officers were working on the investigation, but it's been several years since the Mātene whānau have heard from police.
We used to ring them all the time and ask them to ring us, but then that all stopped. I think it's been about 2 years now, 2 or 3 years. But the last call we got, they said, "Oh, it's going to the Crown." So we thought, oh, good, coming to some closure with it. So we waited. And now it's been 10 years and we still haven't heard anything back from the police.
As devoted grandparents, the couple play an active role in the lives of their 9 moko.
You can hold this rail too, this one, yeah.
But time isn't on their side. They both live with serious health issues, and Sharon has been recently diagnosed with ovarian cancer. But they say they won't rest until justice is served for Atreyu.
Somebody knows something. One of those 2, or their friends, or their family, or something.
What's happened? Are there any new leads? We'd like answers. There's someone out there that knows something. Just come forward, break the silence.
Pāpai te arohane. Atreyu's mother, Jessica Taylor, has in the past publicly denied being responsible for her son's death. Police declined to be interviewed for the story, citing an active investigation. After being contacted by the hui, a police officer did phone the Mātene family, promising to call them back the following week. They failed to do so.